Mark Zuckerberg has made explosive claims about President Biden's staff, alleging that they would scream at Meta employees to demand the removal of specific online content. The shocking revelations shed light on alleged behind-the-scenes government pressure on big tech to control narratives. What does this mean for free speech and the relationship between tech giants and the government?
Priority.
That's something Donald Trump talked about on the Joe Rogan Experience.
Yes, he did.
And then recently, Mark Zuckerberg from Meta was on the Joe Rogan Experience. He was talking about the kind of pressure that he got, that Facebook got from the Biden administration to censor during COVID. Watch.
During the Biden administration, when they were trying to roll out the vaccine program, while they're trying to push that program, they also tried to censor anyone who was basically arguing against it. And they pushed us super hard to take down things that were honestly were true, right? I mean, they basically pushed us and said, you know, anything that says that vaccines might have side effects, you basically need to take down. And I was just like, well, we're not going to do that. Like, we're clearly not going to do that. I mean, that is kind of inarguably true.
But he did.
Right.
And he's a weasel. just like everybody covering their you-know-whats in the fire situation. This guy was weak. And you know what's interesting when I was reading all the stuff about it? Do you remember when people were talking about him being presidential timber, like he could run for president? Remember this? Oh yeah, there was a lot of talk about that. Like, this guy, he's so brilliant. He's weak. And it's only now that all the tide has turned that he feels safe to say what he cooperated with the government to do, which was to censor you and stifle your First American right.
And he's crying like a little baby on a podcast because he got cursed at by somebody in the administration.
Oh, my staff got yelled at, and you didn't stand up for them.
No, I think you're 100% right. He's weak, and he's going. He's now bending to the new direction of the wind, which, by the way, also includes Meta, Facebook's parent company, doing away with a lot of DEI stuff. You know, they've taken tampons out of the men's restroom at Meta, and they're doing away with
What
DEI.
will we do?
They're doing away with some DEI. This is a memo leaked from Meta. On hiring, we will continue to source candidates from different backgrounds, but we will stop using the diverse slate approach. The practice has always been subject to public debate and is currently being challenged. So they're doing away with DEI initiatives.
It's also not just for employees. Like, you think DEI, they're DEI to hire someone, but they were also favoring contractors who were of diverse. So it's much bigger than you think. And they're saying we're going to start sourcing from any American who has the best price and the best deal, as opposed to any company that, you know, is run by a Hispanic or black person.
And it does breed incredible suspicion, because then, you know, go back to the fires. You look at these people and, you know, take the fire chief, for example, the first woman person that's
LGBTQ.
I don't know. Anyway, whatever. And so but the point is that you know, maybe she's the greatest fire chief on earth. But now that the city is burning to the ground, everybody's going, well, you know, obviously this was probably a DEI hire, and it just breeds this suspicion.
Yes.
It makes you like, if you're Ben Carson and you're a brilliant surgeon, but because you're black, you get accused of, you know, people assume that you got there not by earning it.
Because of affirmative action.
Yeah, and it's a pernicious, even in the best cases, it's pernicious. Absolutely.